Okay, so right now we're just going to focus on foam rolling. So as I was explaining to somebody a minute ago, your foam rollers really can be your best friend, especially if you have sore muscles or you get achy legs. A lot of times what they call this is SMR, self-myofascial release. It helps to release those fascia muscles deep within our body. And sometimes it can be we just got some knots and we just need to release them so that our body can move appropriately. So today we're just going to focus on our legs. So if you don't have this already, go grab it. And I'm going to start with our legs. So what we're going to do is I'm going to face this way, and we're going to start with our hips. So I know that I have really tight hips, so this one is big on me. So I'm going to sit on the foam roller, and I'm going to go ahead and cross my left ankle over my right knee, so you're kind of in a figure 4 position. Make sure that your foot is flexed, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of roll on the side of that hip bone, and also that sciatic. So if you have a sciatic issue, this is a great for it too. And so what I want you to do is I just want you to kind of roll slowly back and forth until you find a knot or a sensitive spot. And when you find that sensitive spot, I just want you to hold it there. So for me right now, I can feel it right here. I can feel it. I don't have to go too deep, or I don't have to go too far this way. I feel it right here, and I just want you to hold it there. So that pressure is almost like a massage. It's like having a masseuse work on a knot. It's just pressing into it, and it's allowing you to release that muscle a little bit. So experts will tell us that holding it for about 30 seconds will give us the release that we need in that muscle. And so when you foam roll this way, instead of just rolling it out like this, rolling back and forth, when you hold that for about 30 seconds, you might find that you feel sore the next day. Fear not, it's just the muscle readjusting itself, okay? So you're just going to hold it here. And sometimes you'll feel a knot, it'll release, you'll hold it for 30 seconds, and then you go down and you feel another one. And as much PIYO and stretching and flexibility work that I do, I still get lots of knots. And some of that just has to do with recovery. It can do, again, with what you're eating, maybe how you're sleeping. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So now you're going to cross that right ankle over your left knee and just kind of find that spot. So for me, the spot on this side is usually somewhere right about, well, maybe I don't have one today. And again, if you don't have one, you can just roll it out. If you don't have a spot, just roll it out. Maybe I don't have one today, but sometimes if I roll it enough, I'll find one. Maybe yep, right there. That's where it is. That's the spot. So make sure that that foot is staying flexed and you're comfortable. And again, you can roll it out if you don't have a specific spot. Oh, I found another one right there. So just hold it there for about 30 seconds. Hold it. And what I like to do with this a lot is I'll do this at nighttime before I go to bed. I'll be watching TV with the kids, or you know, talking with the husband or whatever. And it's just a great way for me to just keep up with my flexibility. You can also do this right before a workout. It's great as a warm-up. So you could do it before PIYO class, just to get your body nice and warm. So find those spots and hold it. So you can kind of see me moving a little bit, holding, moving, holding. But you don't want to hold it for more than 30 seconds. 30 seconds is plenty. All right, let's switch it up a little bit. All right, so let's do those hamstrings. So with your hamstring, you can do one leg at a time, or you can just do both. And I usually just roll it back. And if I find a spot on one or the other, you can cross over. You can cross over this way and roll it out this way. Oh, I feel it right there. So you don't need to move too far, and you just hold it. Again, keeping your feet flexed will help you find that knot a little bit. So once you've got one side and you've been holding it for about 30 seconds, you can switch over to the left I'm going to hold this here for just a second. That's about 30 seconds. Did you find a spot? Wait till we get to the other side of the leg. All right, so switch legs, maybe cross left over right and roll it out. Try to find a spot. And you might not find one on the other side. Like I said, like I've told lots of people before in my classes, is we are not symmetrical human beings. We are often one-sided. We usually use one side more without even realizing it. We carry stress on one side more. So it could be that you have more knots in one side than the other. So I don't seem to have any sensitive spots back here. So I'm just kind of rolling it out. But if you find a sensitive spot, just keep it there, hold it for 30 seconds. Good work. All right. All right, let's move into our hip flexors. So that's the front part of our body. So your hip flexor move is from like just above your hip down to about here, but we don't roll up all the way up here, at least I don't. So right down here. So this is where all my knots are. So you're just going to come down like this. And I like to come on one leg and you're going to roll it down again until you find a spot, and you can go all the way down your quad. And right there, I feel it right there. I don't have to go far, and I can just hold it here. All right, so I'm just on one leg right now, and that other leg is bent. Maybe I could show you from this angle. So I'm kind of leaning, I'm kind of on my side just a little bit to get that hip flexor, but then I stop right here because that's where I feel my knot. So I'm just going to hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Oh, I just felt it release. And sometimes within that 30 seconds, you'll feel it release. You can stop and move on. Oh, I just felt it release some more. All right. So you can, and then once you feel it release, if you just want to roll it out a little bit, back and forth, that works too. All right. And it's great if you don't want to hold that spot for 30 seconds and you just want to roll it out, it does. It feels like a massage. I know when I get really achy legs, okay, so we're on that other side and I'm going to find a spot. I know it, right? Sometimes you have to twist and turn to feel it. Keep your foot flexed. And again, this left side isn't as tight as the other one side, but there we go. Yeah, sometimes you don't have any, like my husband, he rarely gets knots in his legs or back or shoulders or anything. He's just one of those people. He's just constantly loose. And that's great, but this can still give you a massage, and you can just roll it out back and forth, back and forth. It's a great stress reliever. I really believe in these foam rollers. I have one at home. So hold it here. I'm feeling that release. 30 seconds. Find that spot. Whew. I could stay here forever on my hip flexors. It's where I'm the tightest. And if you sit down a lot for work, it might be where you're the tightest too. Might be. All right. All right. So we did that upper part of our body. Let's move to our calf muscles. So this is a great stretch. If you suffer from plantar fasciitis, which is heel pain or arch pain, it's usually because your calves are tight, believe it or not, and it doesn't have too much to do with the muscles in your feet. So this is a great stretch. So if you suffer from anything, that sort of pain, this is a great stretch for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to put that one leg right above that bottom of your calf, and you're going to cross your other ankle over. You're going to lift up on your arms, and you're going to, actually start up here. You're going to lift up on your arms, and you're going to roll back until you find a spot. All right, until you find a spot. And I noticed that I have suffered from plantar fasciitis. When I started doing this regularly, all the pain went away. So I found a spot right now. So just hold it, stretch it. Again, if you don't find a spot, Sometimes it can take some time to get to know your body. What is a spot? Usually you know when you feel one, but maybe you don't. And it's okay. You can just roll it out back and forth. But if you do find a spot, hold it there for 30 seconds. Good job. Ooh. All right, other side. Right, left over right. And let's get that. It's a good workout for your arms too, huh? Let's find that spot on the other side if you have it. And sometimes on one side it'll be down low, the other side it'll be up high. But this stretch, this foam rolling technique right here can actually loosen up your ankles, your calves, your arches, your Achilles. It's amazing how our body's all connected. And sometimes when you work on one thing, it can fix something else in us. So just hold it here. And sometimes what I'll do, especially if I'm in front of the couch, I like to, and we can do it today if you'd like, we can take off our shoes and just roll out our feet, the bottom of our feet. If you're a female who wears high heel shoes, or even a male who wears work shoes, sometimes you can get those achy feet, and this will help relieve the achy feet. Ooh, found a spot. All right, good job. Okay, now, this is something I do on my own. It's not a technique per se that I've ever seen anywhere else. But I tend to get achy shins, and it starts right here at my ankle and it goes all the way up to my knee. I notice with my kids where they have growing pains, they get this too, and this is what we do. All right, so you get on all fours. Woo. You get into a lunge position. So this right leg is in a lunge position and the foam roller is underneath you. You start with your ankle and you kind of twist because that muscle isn't directly on top of your shin. You have to twist your body a little bit and you just roll back and up. And sometimes you need to move it up a little bit, but you roll it down and up. And oftentimes, especially when I'm achy, I will find a knot in there and I'll just hold it. Today, not so much. We just did PIYO, so I'm actually pretty loose. But this is just an amazing, amazing, amazing for achy legs if you have them, or if you have shin splints or something like that. Okay, and then you would just switch sides. So this is just a technique. I don't know if I created it. Maybe I did. But it's just out of what felt good, and that's really what this is all about, is what feels good to you. I think I feel a knot right in that section right there, little one, so I could hold it, just a little one. But you can roll it back and forth, back and forth. Actually, when I go get a massage, which I can't wait till I can go get a massage again one day, this is one of the areas I have them focus on, and they'll tell me how many knots I have in those muscles. There you go. All right. Yep, I got a knot right there. It's there. So you're kind of twisted. You're kind of on the side of your leg, on the side of your shin. Hold it. All right. Okay, if you want to take off your shoes, you can. And I'll just demonstrate this real quick, but I'll stand in front of the TV. My shoes are off. You can see my socks. Make sure you're somewhere where you won't slip, but I will just roll out my feet. And you could do this with a tennis ball, but it's like a little massage for your feet. And you just roll it out. I do it real quick. You could do it slow, right? And I would say only do this after you've done your calves, right? Because that'll warm up the muscles in your feet. And then you just switch sides. And so the next time I do a class for this, we can focus on the upper body, our lats, our arms, our shoulders. Just roll it out. I think that feels great, especially at night after you've been on your feet all day. Feels great. All right, that is our foam rolling for our legs today. Hope you enjoyed it and found it beneficial, and I encourage you to take this class again, or you can just do it in front of the TV. So have a great day. Bye.